My name is Joseph Roberts. I had an injury to my back some years ago, and it has plagued me for many years, getting much more serious within the last 2 years. And I couldn't really find a place to get relief. Here we don't, as you know, we don't yet have the facilities and the doctors to really do any operations and this sort of thing. So we had to look outside. And that is when my wife came, spoke to Dr. Penn, Dr. Michel Penn. He immediately jumped on the case, because he thought he was able to give me some assistance through through a network of hospitals, a network of people that he deals with, the JIPA organization. And that's where my experience with a very, very good organization, my experience started then in about March, I think, March 2014. Well, obviously, they had to know all about my problems before they start looking for places for me. So I sent up all my medical records to them. They looked at it, and the speed at which they came back to me and said, "Look, we can help you," it really impressed me. That's the first thing. And then obviously we had to find out, what does it cost, like everything else, medical treatment, medical services, very, very expensive. And what scared me first of all is hearing it's in Florida, in Miami, Florida, and I know in America it's phenomenally expensive to do anything, even to take out an appendix, I believe, So they gave me what they promised to give me. That's a JIPA organization through Dr. Ned and his second in command. I'm not sure, but Francesca, we called them, and they started a communication line with us, and they gave us, within 2-3 days, we got a quote. And what they were trying to do is to firstly find somewhere that will be able to do the operation once they have identified what was wrong with me. And I needed an operation on my back. I needed to fuse some of my vertebrae in my back, They were able to come back with not only a place to do it, but a quote, and what was then an affordable quote, rather than doing it somewhere in the States. A hospital in Colombia, I can't remember the full name now, but I went there and spent 7 weeks, I think, had the operation. And the reason why I spent 7 weeks is because I think I could have probably done it earlier had I not been plagued with some infections, which they had to track it down, see what it's causing, and treat it before I took the operation, which they did successfully. After my 7 weeks, well, I went there. I should probably back up a bit and say when I was ready to leave, I couldn't walk. I had reached to the stage where I had, and I probably didn't say it before, I'm a dialysis patient. I do dialysis 3 times a week, and I had to be ambulanced, taken from my home by ambulance, because I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand on my feet at all. My feet would not have, my back, that is, would not have, could not have taken my weight. And they took me from the hospital by ambulance to Colombia, all organized by the JIPA people. I had nothing to do but to get on the stretcher and get to the airport and get by ambulance and get to Colombia by air ambulance, I didn't move a muscle to do any organization. I think it was all done by the JIPA people. Not only that, when I got to Colombia, though, you know, I realized that I had people there to meet me, to take care of me, and this sort of thing. I even had someone to translate for me, all again organized by the JIPA people, because being English speaking person, I needed someone to translate the English, to understand my doctors, to understand, to even communicate with my doctors, and all that went well. And I was able to come back to Tortola on normal commercial flight, walking up the steps of the aircraft after 7 weeks, you know. And that to me was amazing. Yes, I still had some pain, and even now I still do have some pain, but I am working on therapy and this sort of thing to get better. But my main I would say the thing that amazed me most is the way things went smoothly. And the JIPA organization, the Dr. Ned and his and Francesca, they kept in constant communication with my wife, you know, giving her reports and this sort of thing, what I'm doing, because the doctors in Colombia would be communicating with them. Everything was channeled through them, and it really worked smoothly, really worked smoothly. And I don't know what I can say. I have been back to Colombia a second time after the second week. I spent 10 days because I had a stent put into my heart because I was having problems on dialysis with my heart. And that too, in 10 days I was able to get my stent in, had my eyes looked at. Obviously I have to do some more work on that, and who knows, I might be going back there sometime soon. At least I look forward to going back there soon. And I'm sure all the doctors and the nurses, especially in Colombia, they're looking forward to seeing me too. They're usually very happy. They were the second time I went back, you know. And I don't know, it's really a blessing, you know. I think for me to have firstly been channeled through Dr. Penn, who had his contacts with the JIPA group, and I don't know, all I can say is I had a great experience, and I just try them. You know, if you ever need anything that you can't get here locally, call Dr. Ned and Francesca in Florida. I wish to thank you guys for listening to me at least, and I hope my experiences would be able to help some of you guys out there. It helped me, it would help you too. Thank you very much.